Each year as August rolls round and as the open season for fallow buck, red stag and Sika stag in England and Wales commences, I find myself issuing the same advice. Hold your horses and don't get too excited. And each year, invariably, without fail, I ignore it. I tell others to go easy on the fallow buck, to leave the red and Sika well alone, and to let the big stuff settle before the rut. Then I get swept up in the excitement and start bashing away at the fallow in the early weeks. And by October, I'm cursing myself when the animals have vanished into the shadows, edgy and scarce, just as things are meant to be getting interesting. That's the thing with August. On paper, it's the start of the action, but in practice, it's more of a prelude to the main event. The season is open, yes, but it's not always wise to act like it is. Males of the herding species are highly susceptible to pressure. If you start hammering them now, you'll be spending the rest of the autumn chasing ghosts. If you want to manage your ground effectively and see more deer over the full course of the season, the key is patience. You'll shoot far more fallow and hold better stags if you resist the urge to charge in now and instead take a slower and more deliberate approach. August isn't a dead month by any means. There's still plenty of useful work to be done. First and foremost, this is still prime time for the roebuck rut, especially in Scotland. Early August can be one of the most effective and enjoyable times to call roebuck, and if the weather is right and your timing is good, you can still take advantage of the increasing levels of activity. Alongside that, it's also the ideal window for a bit of estate prep, something that too many overlook until it's too late. Now's the time to cut back your rides and repair or replace high seats and walk your ground properly. Not just for familiarity, but to think ahead about extraction routes. Because from this point forward, the animals you're taking start to get significantly heavier. It's worth remembering that the males of the larger species, that's to say red, Sika and Fallow, aren't like these smaller species that you've been shooting over the early summer. They weigh substantially more, and dragging one out solo over rough ground is no small job. You need a plan, whether that's a vehicle, a sled, or maybe a jaunty with a strong back and a good attitude. This is also why it pays to think ahead. When you do shoot one, there's nothing worse than taking a large male in a bad spot, only to realise that you've got hours of dragging and extraction ahead of you. For those guiding clients or working with guests, August can be a tricky one. Many mature stags at this time of year are still in velvet or tatters. From a trophy perspective, that makes it far from ideal. While some older males may have already cleaned off, the younger ones are still in transition and not in a state that will impress any fee-paying guests expecting antlers in clean, hard horn. In Scotland, although the law now allows for all year round shooting of male deer of all species, that's red, Sika, fallow and roe, most estates still impose their own closed periods. It's a sensible approach, mirroring the old seasons, and helps protect the long-term health and structure of the population. As we all know, just because something is legal doesn't mean that it's necessarily sensible. That said, for many professional stalkers, the red stag season in Scotland unofficially begins in August for many outfitters, as the first wave of fee-paying clients starts turning up on the hill. But these early stalks come with a warning. The midges are still out in force until late September. It's also important to note that shooting males early in the season has no real impact on population control, but it can absolutely have a negative impact on your ability to find animals when the female season begins, the 21st of October in Scotland and the 1st of November in England and Wales. If you stir the pot too much now, you'll find the woods eerily quiet when you most want them to be busy. Personally, for this reason, if I can resist the temptation, I'll take a few males early on, carefully and selectively, and then leave them well alone until the rut. Shoot hard and infrequently is the lesson I've learnt over the years. And when you do shoot, shoot with purpose, not just because you can. So as we roll into August, ask yourself what you want from the season. If it's a full larder, clean shots and consistent deer movement through the rut and into the winter, then this month is your chance to set the tone. Get organised. Take a few roebuck while the rut holds, do the groundwork, and if you go after the big males, do it sparingly and with an eye on the months ahead. Good luck, and as ever, thanks for watching.